Alrighty, guys, in this video, we are going to share 6 Tinder hacks to really get your results to next level utilizing the Tinder algorithm. This will lead to more matches, better dates, and higher visibility on your online dating apps, most notably in this case, Tinder. So let's dive right in. First, what is an ELO? So in the early days of Tinder, they actually used what was called an ELO score, taken from games like chess. So basically, in a nutshell, an ELO score is just how highly you are ranked in Tinder's stack of profiles. There's a bunch of strategies around that. We will get into it. However, actually, since the year 2020, Tinder has not been using the ELO score anymore. But with their new ranking mechanism, there are still a lot of factors in place that came from the ELO score days. So it basically just comes down to how many pictures you're shown, the percentage of everyone you like, the percentage of everyone who likes you, the percentage of people who like you back, and the score or the percentage of people that like those people who like you back. And this will make sense as we start going into the 6 Tinder hacks and towards the very end, the things you definitely want to avoid. So be sure to stick through for that. Now, with the new ranking system, even without the ELO, Tinder still ranks users on, it basically comes down to profile desirability, swiping behavior, messaging engagement. So don't let your matches go to waste, guys. Get on top of them. Photo quality. And this is AI driven. This doesn't mean that your photos have to be AI. In fact, I normally recommend that you don't do that. Just do some basic touch-ups, contrast, sharpening, color grading, things of that nature. And you can do most of that within your native editing apps on your smartphone. And then activity and recency. So these are all things that are quite important. And then here in the photo, you can see a snapshot of my first photo on my Tinder profile, and you will see why we do it that way. Now, at this point, if you've decided, okay, I'm a busy professional, I don't have time for this, I'd rather just have you do it for me, that is something that we can actually do. Just click that link below to head to a very simple application to see if it is a mutual fit for the both of us. Also, we offer an array of services. So I focus mostly on the digital or online dating. That's because I am a busy professional. I spend most of my waking hours working from home, which is a benefit, but I don't have a lot of time to go out and do a lot of sourcing when it comes to dating. So really getting the digital dating system down was cornerstone for me, and it might be for guys like you. Now, if you do find yourself with more free time, or you finally want to master the skill of going up to an attractive woman, making that attraction known, and actually making something happen in that scenario, my business partner Joel actually covers cold approach. I think that is a skill every man should learn once and at least have that arrow in your dating arsenal. Now, getting back to this, the algorithm prioritizes very specific things. And to win the algorithm, Tinder ideally wants users who swipe selectively, engage quickly with matches, use clear solo profile photos, are active consistently, so at least daily, and swipes or matches with other highly ranked or highly desired users. That's really all it comes down to. And remember, at the end of the day, guys, Tinder is a business like any other company. So they want you on the app. They want you getting results. I don't think they necessarily want you to get off the app, but let's be honest, the way most people use Tinder, a lot of them are on there for quite a while for other reasons. Those goals are entirely up to you, and we can help you with whatever that dating goal set looks like. But Tinder, again, is a powerful, powerful way to meet many women very quickly. You just have to do it right. You don't want to be shooting yourself in the foot. You want to set your profile up and then have swiping and opening texting strategies to where you can at least give yourself a major advantage and an edge on the competition. So here's the first hack: swipe selectively. In fact, the apps actually penalize mass swipers. And I've seen guys do this many times. They get on the app, they're excited, right. No discretion at all. I also recommend you don't do that in your dating life in general. Be selective. Only swipe right on girls that you're actually attracted to and that you think you would actually have a good time with. Right swiping everyone in your stack will lower your visibility and very quickly. Ideally, you want to aim for a 1 in 3 swipe ratio max. And what this will do is boost your ranking and match quality. So for me, the most positive aspect of dating apps is that you have a lot of volume to choose from. That doesn't mean that you have to be indiscriminate. In fact, you will find that the apps will reward you for being selective with girls. And then when you actually meet up with them in real life, if you put some filters in place, which my digital dating system obviously covers based on your skill set or how much friction you want to put into your digital dating funnel, you'll find that the girls that actually show up for dates are ones that are really, really into you and you're really, really into them. And that is just a nice place to be. Hack number two, this should go without saying, but we have to say it time and time again. Quality photos, guys. So AI can actually detect blurry, filtered, or even group photos now. So the best photo is one of you alone, clear lighting, ideally no sunglasses, and a slight smile. This photo of me is actually a candid photo taken of me at an event years ago. The photographer, I think, got a pretty good shot. And this is usually the main photo I use on my profile when I am not going the all shirtless off photos route. So I do actually change my profile based on whatever market I'm in or whatever market I am actively looking to get into. And guys, again, this should go without saying, studies are showing that there's up to 3 times more matches with a DSLR or just a professional level camera or quality of photo. So again, that's something you want to click on that application down below, see if it's a good fit to work one-on-one. If you are really just starting off with no good dating app photos, none of these other tips really matter at that point because you need to get that down first. Hack number 3, strategic bio, guys. Be strategic about your bio. You don't have to overshare. You want to leave space for curiosity. So you do want to fill it out a little bit. On the display or the about me, I want that to be actually shown on the first photo when a girl comes across my profile. Mine is nice, short, and succinct. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, or look through the backlog of some of our videos because I've done plenty of videos on this topic and I will do plenty more in the future. But in a nutshell, it really comes down to that you want to have a call to action, a hook, or something that she can respond to or something engaging. So guys, if you're new, if you're not that direct, mine is very direct. It tells you exactly what I'm looking for. That is the offer for the first date. There is a call to action to hit me up for the offer. A little sweet take home that I am 180 centimeters, which is equivalent to about 6 foot in Latin America. English, Spanish, minimal metadata here. And then for the basics, the research I've done shows that you want only 2 or 3. Again, you don't want things like political leanings that might have her completely disregard you. But basics, Aries, master's degree, I think those are fine. Every now and then I'll have a girl say something like, ooh, Aries, I don't know, our signs aren't compatible. And I usually retort something along the lines of, well, maybe not compatible for the long term, but for the short term, yeah, it's going to be fire. And then that usually gets over that slight objection there. But guys, you'll get this all down once you get going. Basically, to sum this all up, guys, you want to be short and succinct. You want to be impactful, have a call to action or leave space for curiosity, and make sure you are not giving her unnecessary reasons to disqualify you. Number 4, and I see guys mess this one up time and time again, is to message immediately. In fact, from an algorithmic view, your ranking actually increases when you message within 30 minutes of a match, you keep the conversation going, you propose a date early, and in fact, data is showing recently that 4 times more meetups when you set a date in under 6 messages. And here's an example here on the screen. Guys, we can work on an opening sequence that's custom tailored to your dating goals when we work one-on-one together. Now, guys, here on the screen, this is a really simple structure, and it's about as basic as you can get. I ask a somewhat polarizing question that puts her on a yes or no track. Doesn't matter what she responds. I have follow-up messages that are getting her back into my schema or back into my sequence here. And then I just get her to agree, which you see right here. She actually wrote ha 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 in English, love it. Said, let's do it. And then I drop her my information. I'll do this on future videos, guys, so be sure to subscribe or ring the notification bell if you haven't done so for those. But there is a strategy behind dropping your information to Instagram and WhatsApp. So be sure to keep your eye out for future videos on that topic. But this is about as simple as it is. It doesn't need to be any more complicated, guys. You were trying to screen for interest fast and furious. Either she plays ball with you or you disregard her and you move to a girl that's more on your program. Very, very easy. And again, we're treating this like a dating funnel. So you will be filtering her in or out of the funnel where appropriate. Number 5, swiping during peak hours. So guys, swipe when she's online. Now, the best times, and this may change based on your market, but in general, it's usually Sunday and Monday evenings. Sundays because she's getting ready for the week. Monday, okay, the week kind of started. She's getting back into the swing of things, and they're usually online during hours in the evenings with not much to do. Now, remember, guys, that Tinder boosts for fast engagement and swipes. So if you're online during peak hours and you're getting matches and you engage them and you get the date set and get her off the app very, very quickly, that will give your profile a boost. I've also seen locally where I am, but also in other markets too, that poor weather usually has increased usage. So why? She's stuck inside because of a storm or a blizzard or a rainstorm or a tornado, hurricane, whatever. Well, so is everyone else in the area. A lot of people don't go out when the weather is really crappy. So in general, Tinder activity, it can surge by more than 10% during periods of inclement weather. So keep that in mind. And then I find that usually in the evenings in general, even during the week, this infographic here says between 6 and 10 p.m. is a good time. Again, people don't have much going on. It's in the middle of the work week. She's probably not going out that night, or she's looking to go out that night, which is great for Insta dates. And actually, I found, again, in my local market, that 8 to 10 p.m. for Insta dates on Friday or Saturday nights are usually pretty clutch. And that's typically because she may have had plans to go out all week, plans fell through, but she's still mentally in the mindset of, hey, I want to do something. So if you're looking for Insta dates, or if you have plans that have fallen through, check out those apps on Friday, Saturday nights, 8 to 10 p.m. roughly time frame. Number 6, the algorithm rewards daily use. So, guys, if you ghost the app will ghost your reach. Do not do that. Tinder rewards consistently. Now, it doesn't have to be a lot. Just opening and swiping for 2 to 5 minutes a day keeps your ranking high. Guys, if you're new to the apps, I'd say maybe set a milestone like, okay, 50 right swipes. If you're in a market that permits that, some smaller markets don't even have 50 people in your local search area. But start with 50, maybe scale it up to 100 a day. The way my system works is that it's all about efficiency. It's all about bringing the girls that are most attracted to you and your offer and the experience you have to give her. You want her to break through the noise and actually show up to meet you face to face. You want to do that as quickly and efficiently as possible. So if it's 2 to 5 minutes a day, if it's 50 swipes a day, 100 swipes a day, that's entirely up to you. My rule of thumb is that Tinder is for the toilet and taxi. So especially where I live, guys, it can take a long time to go very short distances. Double that when it's raining. And if you're on the toilet for an extended amount of time, I won't get into too much graphic detail, and you have some downtime.
Got him!
Feel free to go ahead and swipe away as well. But you don't want to be spending giant blocks of hours carving out your entire day or life to be attuned to Tinder. Just use it when you have some no extra time, net time, like Tony Robbins calls it. 5 minutes free, cool. Yeah, pop on the Tinder. Oh, you're task switching real quick, or you had a call that got done 15 minutes early and you've already made your next coffee and taken a bio break. All right, cool. Open up Tinder, do some swipes before your call starts. You are definitely at liberty to do that, but you want to work it into your day as a natural part of your day. You don't want to readjust your entire day around dating if you are a busy professional. And guys, here are some things that you definitely want to avoid. It's really just the opposite of the things I just presented to you, but you can be shadow banned on the dating apps, which I think is actually worse because you don't know you're banned. All of a sudden, you just don't get matches at all anymore when you got a ton before. That's usually a good indicator you're shadow banned. And then in my case, I've had Tinder actually banned before. You'll get a warning that looks something similar to this. Now, if you have had your Tinder account banned, no worries. There are multiple strategies to get around that. I do specialize in that. We typically only need one session or so, but be sure to click down on that application link below and we could get you back on the dating apps without haste. Now, the shadow ban triggers are some pretty obvious ones. Swiping on everyone, low effort, blurry pics, or pics where you don't even show up. A lot of the dating apps now, they will give you a notification saying, hey, we need to verify your photo. I didn't give that as a tip on this one, but I verify all my accounts. I apparently have a decent enough Tinder profile to where girls always ask me, are you fake? Are you a catfish? Are you real? Later on in my system, to assuage any of those concerns, maybe I'll do a 1-minute FaceTime call. I'll also do this to make sure that she's not catfishing me and that the vibe and the energy is there. That is presetting the date for a much smoother date when you get there. More advanced type things, but guys, again, once we work one-on-one together, we'll go ahead and map out this entire system from start to finish as it pertains to you, your lifestyle, your goals, your budget, your availability, and so on. So these are things that I have definitely noticed, but guys, you definitely don't want low effort, blurry pics. Take some time to get some good pics. Ghosting matches. Now, I do every now and then because I swipe pretty quickly. I'll have a girl match and then she'll open me and then I'll look further down her photos and realize, oh, maybe I'm not that into her for whatever reason. Rather than just ghosting her, just unmatch her, which is absolutely fine. You want the algorithm to see that you engage girls you match. And, mistakes happen. Sometimes you will match a girl that you're just not into. Duplicate accounts, that used to be a strategy that was fairly popular. I still know guys personally that do it. I typically don't recommend it. With my account, I've had the same one for years now. I launched it. I did a bunch of A/B testing. I constantly reiterated it. I have multiple versions of the account for multiple markets. I save all the prompts in photo order in a notepad on my phone for if I am traveling, and my conversion has just been consistently high for years and years. So I'm kind of of the mindset, get it right once and then don't worry about it anymore. If I ever need to add more volume in my dating life, so to speak, then I know exactly how to do it. I have the strategy, I have the system, and it's worked like clockwork for years now. So for me personally, I don't see any reason to fix it. And this is what most guys I work with, that they usually decide from a mindset perspective as well. Just build it once, great things will happen, and then just keep feeding the top of that funnel and it'll convert for you. Bot-like behaviors. So this could be a bunch of spamming, or if you are using it for marketing purposes, like dropping bit.ly link. This is likely just to prevent people from using Tinder as a marketing app. A lot of people still do that, but they are getting better and getting some of these crap profiles off of there. So don't do anything that looks suspicious from Tinder's perspective, and you should be okay. If you need help with any of that, that is where you can work with me one-on-one. Want your profile polished by the pros? I am a digital marketer by trade. I've worked at a very high level in a corporate consulting capacity for the better part of my career. So really, guys, what this comes down to is we're just going to come up with a strategy, a marketing, a brand, a photo, whatever you call it, strategy for your digital dating brand. This will include a bio redesign and copy rewrite. Again, the first activity, we will go into what your goals are. You see right here on the application page, very simple 1-minute application. It's just to make sure that there's synchronicity between you and I, and we'll be a good fit for working together. Most of my guys don't need me long. It's really just breaking down what this structure looks like, building one custom tailored to your specific needs, and then taking the training wheels off and letting you fly. And if you need anything in the meantime, we do offer 24-hour tech support, multiple packages at multiple price points. So definitely click that link below, fill out that application. The goal of the channel is to put you in the driving seat, make you the architect of your dating life, make you the selector and not the selected. So there's a mindset change there as well. And then once you get this down, guys, you never have to worry about it again. So looking forward to meeting many fine folks once you click on that one-on-one link for the application. Anything at all, myself and or Joel is here to help you. So do not hesitate to reach out. And until next time, we shall see you on the next one.